Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for SUI render and FET price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with SUI here, where we have, of course, our all-time history, a potential three waves towards the upside for a wave A finished, and then we're looking for a three waves downward, of course, for a wave B to be done and finished, and we're looking, of course, later on for a wave C to hit, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level, taken from the A to the B to the C over there as a three waves. Potentially here for SUI. Now, of course, there is another possibility for double 1-2 as well, 1-2 and another 1-2 here, and then massive wave 3 to unfold toward the upside. However, of course, highest possibility right now is a wave C. If we dive inside this area, we can see, of course, this A, B, and a C is unfolding over there, and probably that where you might have a wave 1, for a wave C, wave 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5 is still unfolding currently, or today. We are looking at a potential 1-2, and then another 1-2, and then a massive wave 3, and then 4-5, 4-5 still to be unfolding toward the downside. And that opens, of course, a very a huge question mark why the crypto market is still dropping very, very massively like this. After a potential here rebound or recover for the market, we didn't saw, of course, any kind of continuation for this. However, we gotta be careful, of course, with it, because the things might, of course, becomes a very red. But basically, I was expecting, of course, to see a much stronger rebound. That was the live stream yesterday. And of course, yesterday we simply dropped down. We took the invalidations, all the key levels that signals, of course, a drop down has been taken, of course, on the lower time frame, as you can see here. Invalidation of bullish directly taken yesterday. Okay, directly. So so that was supposed, of course, to be your stop loss in case you were bullish here. Of course, you should be safe from there, but so the things are not looking great. We're back, of course, to the 886 here, and we don't have any kind of something continuation for higher. It is very strong impulse downward. Now, how this has transformed to, of course, it is our correction here, which I believe it is a W, X, and a Y can be here. Or of course a simple potential here, kind of like an A, B, and a C, but I still, of course, doubt it. I see a triangle here, which was very, very tricky. This is has turned into a reverse triangle. I'm gonna explain to you guys what I mean, but let me here clean up. So basically, what happened here within this correction, it has reversed the triangle. So you have kind of like a W, you have an X there, which is a low, and an A, B, C, D, and an E finishing toward the upside and dropping down. Okay, so that means, of course, it's a W, X, and a Y. It has reversed the triangle, and then it has dropped down, of course, this one more push, of course, for SUI here. So I'm gonna mark this definitely as W there. Sorry, I'm gonna put it there as W, X, and a wave Y finish there as a triangle. There is nothing impulsive here to count, of course. We took the invalidation of bullish directly at 1.51 as mentioned yesterday, plus, of course, a more, I would say, confirmed bearish scenario, which is the invalidation of anything impulsive 1, 2, 3, because this was playing as a wave 3, as a trap, of course, kind of. And then, of course, we got invalidation 1.4. Okay, so that is not a good signal. Of course, we drop down, guys. There is no target toward the upside here anymore. We're looking at W, X, and a Y. So basically, what is going on there, in case that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished over there, probably we are looking here at a stronger double 1, 2. Yeah, it's simply an extension, knowing that you can count here a finished impulse, but obviously the things wants to extend. And that means, of course, this is going to be a double 1, 2 there. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. And then another 1, 2, 3. The 3 is going to be there for and a 5. Okay. So this is exactly what it might happen here with SUI to finish a wave C, of course, within this impulse, finishing wave 5, probably very extended. Hopefully that the things might, yeah, might finish somewhere, of course, closer, but I doubt it, guys. Okay, I doubt it. The market is very, very, very red. I don't know why. So targets that it might end up also only with this wave, probably, of course, between the $1 and 0.86 dollar. Probably you can simply take the low there. So if we dive deeper a little bit here, you can see in case that we are in this W, X, and a wave Y here, it might be as well that you might be in a 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 4, and a 5. So basically the impulse is done, all right, for this move. Probably the wave 5 is going to simply take the low and then finishing wave 3, and we might see, of course, another rebound again toward the upside for a wave 4. Now, normally in this case, it should be that the wave 4 be stronger. Okay, so the second wave 4, it might be stronger and push for higher again before we come back to a wave 5. Especially that you are looking here at a potential flat, and that's why, of course, we saw kind of like a deeper correction here, that it might be, of course, within this very massive impulse wave. But the second wave 4 here, it might be stronger because this is more flat than the previous one, and we might see, of course, a very strong zigzag. Okay, coming back to this area at least. All right, for the previous wave 4, which is always what Elliott Wave do when you have double 4. And it might do this. Yeah, so we might take the low retracement very strongly, and then probably finishing up, of course, with one more final wave 5 here, that it might finish around the $1 for SUI, guys. Okay, it might be it wants to hit simply this psychological number. Oh, we hit the $1 on SUI, and then of course starting something strong as bullish from there, guys. Okay, so these are the possibilities here for SUI on the micro level, guys. If we take a look also at KGT, we see also a signal for bullish there. But as you can see from the last bullish signal, it is directly invalidated yesterday with this massive drop, which it took like few minutes. So that is, of course, incredible for the crypto market. What's going on? Like it drops massively in few minutes. That is definitely, of course, it's a human action here, which it can be, of course, manipulation, whatever it is. But I mean, even the timing for this yesterday, which is, of course, where the market is closed basically in Europe and US. So it is very surprising to see such a drop. So very incredible market for the crypto. All right, render. For render, we are looking at also at the daily here. I'm still looking for lower, of course, after this correction. Probably we are in an A, B, and a C. Of course, the wave B is not yet finished. 3 waves down. Triangle here as a wave B, and you're looking for a wave C, at least to make a balance here within the time. Fibonacci time is very, very essential thing here to consider the 0.618 Fib time, and of course, starting to seek something for higher from there. Now, basically, I was mentioning that this can be, of course, something as WX and a Y or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can be in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 is still unfolding as diagonal. Why? Because we have zigzags. We have a zigzag wave 1, and you got, of course, your correction here, and you got, of course, another zigzag wave 3. Perfect targets for a wave 3, and a rebound, of course, in the perfect target for a wave 4 as well. And then now pushing for a wave 5. So I would say, yes, it is very likely as well that render is the final move here toward the downside, since you took the low as well, but you would like to see, of course, a stronger, potentially a stronger wave 5. But be careful, I would like to mention as well that this can be part of this impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, it can be very likely, meaning you are here also in an A, B, and a C, which it can be, of course, your wave 3 over there. But guess what? If you take here the wave 3 as diagonal, you will see that we have overshooted. Okay, so very tricky as well. Okay, So preferably that the wave C and wave 3 finish there, because longer than this, it becomes, of course, invalidation. And we have 3 waves, so what do we do with it, right? Unless, of course, it is a 3 ways down, 3 ways up, and you're looking really for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here as a wave Y. And in both case scenarios, whether it is a wave Y, meaning if you are in an A, B, and a C, the wave C is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, you finish a wave Y. Because you have W, you have the X, you have a wave Y, and then you push for higher. Whether impulsive or corrective, it doesn't matter. 3 waves or 5 waves. If we are here in diagonal, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You push for higher. Whether you are in an A, B, and a C, you need, of course, correction, right? Or if you are in like worse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you need a correction. But yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Like once we finish this potential scenario here, it can be, of course, very likely that a wave 5 has to take, of course, at least, yeah, I mean, it can be deeper. So be careful in case it's going to be a diagonal. Wave 5 can be deeper, okay? The wave 5 can overshoot. It's totally fine. So we got to be careful with this, okay? Wave 5 also has to be a zigzag. Don't forget, if this is an ABC zigzag for a wave 5, well, we need, of course, to retrace since we took the lows. And if we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave A, B, and a C, can be also very likely, okay? So we're going to watch this step by step. So, but these are the possibilities, guys, how it might unfold, all right? Targets still, of course, 1.3 here, potentially for render. Okay, and 1.19. Yep, so these are the possibilities for render as well. We're gonna watch and see what's gonna happen, guys. The diagonal, or of course the WX and Y. I'm looking for one more low, probably 1.31 here, can start to unfold something toward the upside for render as well. All right, so the next one we're gonna see is FET. So FET also on the daily is back, of course, to the weakness that we saw since the drop for this massive drop for the crypto market here. So we have 3 waves towards the upside, finished wave A potentially. We're looking for a wave B over there. Now the wave B is, of course, the 3 waves down, and you have this triangle A, B, C, D, E, and we drop down as we mentioned, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, obviously, that the wave 5 can be not finished yet for FET, and despite that it is an impulse, it looks like it wants to end up the diagonal in impulses as well. That means, of course, since we see here something impulsive and a diagonal or leading diagonal, wave 1 and then wave 2, and then we're pushing for lower here, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, it gives us already the signal that yes, the diagonal here is playing out, of course, confirmation for lower taken, and here we are. Wave 3 is going to be taken as potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. Diagonal to be finished, or of course, don't forget the W, X, and a Y. So you might have W, X, and a Y. So the W is over there. And you might have a wave Y, meaning, of course, the expanding flat A, B, and a C here. And this is your 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So very also in confluence, we might get also probably here a wave C. Let me check. Wave C expanding flat. Yeah, that's gonna be very, very low. Yeah, it's gonna be very, very low. So we gotta be careful as well as a wave Y. But yeah, wave 5 as an impulse. If this is your wave 5 as an impulse, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it should be done and finished over there. And we push for higher. So yeah, these are also the possibilities for FET. I still see weaknesses, and it might, of course, drop down still for FET as well. That was it for SUI, Render, and FET. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Trade safe. Bye-bye.